Hello everyone and welcome to a spoiler-free review for Someone Like You, written by Meredith Schorr. I probably said that wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. So, this is an adult romance. It's told in first person and we are following the perspective of Molly Bloom. Molly went to school to be a lawyer, she quit, and is now an employment recruiter type of a thing where she helps people find the job that's right for them and kind of try to make a good match between employer versus employee. She wants to make a good match there. So she grew up in this neighborhood with this family across the street called the Starks. Her nemesis is Jude. They grew up not liking each other, playing pranks. Some of the pranks are very mean. And things like that. There is one prank that goes very wrong that results in bodily injury, and you do learn more about that. And so you're just kind of learning a little bit about the past as she reflects on some stuff that they did. So the main male interest is Jude Stark, and he and Molly are tasked with finding a location for both of their parents to have a anniversary celebration. So the Starks is their 40th anniversary and the Blooms is their 35th wedding anniversary. But that all takes place in like the first 25% of the book. The rest of the book is following Molly as she tries to learn more about, figure out what's going on between the dynamic between her and Jude. Holy cow. Jude. I wanted to say Jade and I'm like, no, that's not right. Jude. She's trying to figure out what's going on between that tension and that chemistry, her longing, and trying to figure out what's going on with that relationship. She's trying to find a certain balance with work, which it tends to overrun her life to the point that it actually makes her sick. And things like that. And she has a lot of guilt towards a prank that went wrong. And so she's struggling with that and trying to come to terms with things. Should she confess? Should she not? Things like that. So that's pretty much what this book is about. It is an adult romance. And so you can guess your standard romance plots, you know. Okay, so let's talk about trigger warnings, situations that could come up that are triggering to some people. You have open door sex. So if you don't want any sexually explicit scenes, then definitely skip this book. There is one scene that's more closed door, but there's at least 3 scenes that are open door sex. So you do see it and everything. This book was published in 2023 and it is a standalone. Some other things that you need to be aware of: you have loss of a grandparent, you have talk of divorce and separation, and you also have an issue with a stalker. So those are your potential trigger warnings that I can think of. Couple of fun things. So the audiobook is is narrated by Justice Boulding, and it is 9 hours and 54 minutes. You have Judaism, I'm probably saying that wrong, but Judaism, Jewish religion, talk in this. You have a sibling, and it's only mentioned very briefly, but you do have a sibling in here who is lesbian. It does say that this sibling and her wife. That's pretty much all it says. The other LGBT rep in this that I would say is that there is this life coach type of a thing going on, and she created this organization to help, and it says cis women and trans women better their lives. So there is reference to that as well. Okay. As far as racial diversity, I can't really think of anything. If anything was mentioned, it was very briefly, but obviously not enough to stick. Okay, now, with all of that said, I did enjoy this. I gave this a 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. There were some situations between Molly and Jude that I was like thinking things weren't gonna happen the way that they ended up happening, and so I was very disappointed, and then I was very relieved when said things happened. So it did play with my emotions, and I like it when a book does that. It means I'm more invested in the characters' lives and the outcomes of situations. So, okay, let's move on. If you're still on the fence, let's talk about some words that can either sway you to either pick it up or avoid it, depending on your tastes. So the words that come up once, you have wood, referring to a man's anatomy. You have the word bang, regarding sex, horny, aroused, bastard. This one is used as a joke, but the word incest does come up, but it's referenced to as a joke in this, okay? You have the phrase blowjob, hump, douche, wanker, and bitch all come up one time. The following words come up 2 times. Bone, again regarding male anatomy. You have also tits coming up twice. Moving on, 3 times, these are the following words. You have come regarding an orgasm, breasts, dick, nipples, and that's it for 3 times. Okay, moving on, we're jumping up to 6 times, and that is the word hell. The word damn comes up 7 times. Shit comes up 16. Oh, and I missed one. The name of God comes up 14 times. Ass comes up 24, and fuck comes up 35 times. So those are the counts, but do please be aware there are times I could have definitely missed some of the counts, so there's possible that they could have increased just a little bit, but not too bad. As far as the language goes, in my opinion, I've definitely read much rougher language before, but I really still enjoyed this book. I actually want to get my own copy. As you can see, this is a library copy, so I do want my own copy. There's a couple of things I really wanted to underline that, but I of course can't do that with a library book, so I do want my own copy. And I liked the writing enough that I want to check out another of Meredith's books, which one of them is As Seen on TV, and so I really want to get that as well. So I enjoyed that. Let me know, have you read anything by this author? Have you read any of her books? What did you think of these when you read them? Or are you intrigued? Or are you more kind of like, not really for me? Let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below, and until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I'll talk to you later.